you ever think about visiting a salt mine? Well, about 20 minutes from the old city in Krakow, you can do just that. And instead of taking the stairs, we're going to take the fast way down on the elevator all the way down to the bottom of the mine. We were lucky enough to be able to venture off onto a side tunnel where you see some naturally iodized salt, and they call it cauliflower because it's what it looks like. It looks like cauliflower. And they tell me you can just take it, and if you want to try it, you just grab a piece. And you're just having some naturally iodized salt here in the salt mine. Pretty cool. You hear some fascinating things when you visit places like this. One, you wonder why the wood underneath is painted white. Well, reason being it was dark down here, and the white wood would lighten things up because the miners had oil lamps for their helmets. We have a little more lighting down here, but it's still pretty dark. They tell me that this particular part of the shaft, this wood, 500 years old. And because it's been here so long and it's absorbed so much moisture and salt that has seeped in, that the wood itself is more salt than wood today. Interesting enough, why wood? Well, because the wood would creak and make sounds if there was a problem with the pressure in the mine. And because of that, the wood would talk to the miners and tell the miners that, hey, time to reinforce things. That's why they don't have cave-ins in salt mines. There's a model of what the village that was on top of the salt mine looked like 6,000 years ago, and what the folks living there at the time discovered was the salt on the surface. And as they used that surface salt, eventually they used it all up, and that's when they started to dig. So after watching that, you probably feel bad for those horses, but understand the miners themselves used a similar winch, and 4 of them would do this and move upwards of 800 pounds. I have to tell you, the biggest surprise in the salt mine is this thing they call a chapel. And it's a lot more than a chapel, it's a functioning church. Every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m., a priest comes in and does Mass. But historically, beginning in 1895, 3 miners over 67 consecutive years, one, then the next, then the next, did these carvings in the walls. Absolutely incredible. So think about it. You're in a salt mine. You've got a fully operating church every Sunday, and if you wanted to, you could even get married here. Simply remarkable. But it gets really, really remarkable when the lights go out and then they come back up. Watch.